You know, when you think about farming, you probably picture a big tractor out in a field, and for a long time that was the cutting edge. But the changes happening today, well, they're less about a bigger tractor and more about a much smarter barn. We're talking about a revolution, really, one that's driven by data, sensors, and automation. And it is completely redefining what it means to be a farmer. So let's dive in.
This quote from the manager at Kodoi Farm in Japan really gets to the heart of the whole issue. Just try to imagine that for a second. Your family farm, a place you know inside and out, suddenly scales up to this massive operation. That's not just a business challenge, it's a fundamental crisis of care.
And this isn't just one farm story. It's happening all over the world. Farms are consolidating and fewer people are going into the profession. So the ones who are left have to manage these huge operations on a scale that would have been totally unimaginable just a generation ago. The old ways of knowing every single animal by sight, they just don't work anymore.
So this is the big question, right? How do you keep that individual connection, that one-on-one attention, when you're suddenly responsible for a herd of 600 cows? The answer isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about giving farmers, well, it's like giving them technological superpowers.
So the first part of the solution is all about data. Technology is basically giving farmers a whole new set of senses. The ability to, in a way, see inside an animal's body, to track its behavior 24/7, and to know what it needs before even the most experienced human eye could tell. Take a look at this. This comparison really illustrates the shift. For generations, calving season meant no sleep. It meant trekking out to a cold barn every couple of hours, just hoping you didn't miss a cow having trouble giving birth. Today, the farmer's phone buzzes. They get an alert. That's it. This means they can be there for virtually 100% of births, saving calves and mothers that might have otherwise been lost. It's a total game changer.
And the technology behind this is just beautifully simple. It's a small device called the Ushian K. It sits inside the cow, monitoring her internal body temperature. When her water breaks, the device gets pushed out, and that immediate drop to the outside air temperature is what triggers the alert. It's a brilliant, almost foolproof system that gives farmers that critical heads up.
Of course, an animal's health is a year-round job, not just during calving season. And that same data-driven approach is now being used to watch over the daily well-being of the whole herd, looking for those tiny, subtle signs of trouble that the human eye might miss in a crowd of hundreds.
Think of it like this. It's basically a Fitbit for cows. These neck-worn sensors use accelerometers to track everything: how long a cow spends eating, resting, walking around. Then an AI system analyzes all that data, learns each cow's individual normal, and flags any little change. A cow that's eating less or moving less than usual, the farmer gets an alert on their phone, pointing them directly to an animal that might just be in the early stages of getting sick.
And this is the most crucial point. It's not just about efficiency, it's fundamentally about better animal care. As the farmer at Kodoi Farm put it, this tech lets them find and treat a sick animal way faster, which means they can reduce its suffering. That is a profound improvement in animal welfare.
Now, beyond just monitoring, technology is also taking on the heavy lifting. The most repetitive, labor-intensive jobs on the farm are increasingly being handled by tireless, precise, robotic farmhands. This process is just an incredible piece of engineering. The cow herself decides when she's ready and just walks into the stall. From there, the robots take over. As you can see, lasers guide the robotic arm for perfect precision. It cleans her, attaches the cups, and captures all this data on milk yield and quality in real time. It's a totally hands-off process that gives the cow control while giving the farmer perfect data.
And that same level of precision applies to feeding. At Ozawa Farm, an automated system doesn't just feed the herd, it delivers a custom mixed meal to each individual cow up to 7 times a day. This chart here really shows the difference. In the old system, you'd mix up one giant batch of feed for the whole herd. One size fits all. But with precision feeding, the system pulls data straight from the robotic milker. It knows exactly how much milk a cow is producing, so it automatically tweaks her feed recipe to give her exactly the nutrition she needs. It's a perfect feedback loop.
And it's not just the high-tech jobs. Cows are messy eaters. They constantly push their feed just out of reach. So instead of a farmer having to do it with a shovel, a small robot just glides through the barn 10 times a day, patiently pushing the feed back towards the herd. It's a simple task, but automating it means the cows can always eat whenever they're hungry.
So, with all these sensors and robots, what does the farmer actually do? Well, this technology isn't replacing the farmer, it's transforming their role. It's taking them from being a manual laborer to being a skilled analyst and a manager. This chart says it all.
A conventional farm of this size would need a staff of around 12 people. Kodoi Farm, with its 600 cows, is managed by a core team of just 4. 4! That kind of staggering efficiency is only possible because of technology.
The whole daily routine is changed. The morning meeting isn't about walking the barn and looking for problems. It's about gathering around a smartphone, looking at the data from the past 24 hours. They analyze graphs of eating habits and activity levels to create a priority list of cows that need a personal checkup.
And this quote right here, this gets to the most important takeaway of all. The technology is just a tool. It gathers the data, and it presents it, but it doesn't make decisions. It's the farmer's experience, their intuition, their knowledge, that's needed to interpret that data and decide what to do. The human is more critical than ever.
And, maybe the biggest benefit of all is a human one. Farming has always been a profession of grueling, unpredictable hours. But at Kodoi Farm, the staff works a regular 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift. They have weekends. They have time for their families. Smart agriculture is actually making farming a more sustainable career and a better way of life.
And this efficiency even extends to sustainability. At these smart farms, nothing is wasted. Manure gets piped to a biogas plant. It ferments and produces methane. That methane fuels a generator, creating electricity for the farm. And the leftover sterilized solids, they're used as clean, comfortable bedding for the cows. It's a perfect closed-loop system.
So when you look at all of this, it seems the essential skills for a farmer are shifting. It's becoming a profession where the ability to read a data chart might just be as important as the ability to read the weather. The farm of the future is here, and it's smarter than we ever imagined.